Raahubaat Muysar. Raahubaat. Okay. We're here again today with another session of Noopa News. Noopa News. I hope I'm clear. I hope my audio is clear. Okay. Today's discussion on Noopa News is we're going to talk about the gay agenda and miscegenation. The gay agenda and miscegenation. I think this is extremely important subject matter for us to be discussing in this day and time. This is something that the master teacher has warned us about back, we're going back to the 60s, over 50 years ago, that this was a reality that we're dealing with, is the gay agenda and miscegenation. Now, as a disclaimer, this is not an attack on the so-called gay agenda. It's really uh, addressing that we're being attacked. As an African people, this lifestyle, this cultural lifestyle choice is being pushed on the black community by white people, because this is not something that black people have come up with. And this is a huge problem when you have another group of people, another race of people, pushing their cultural ideals on us because they have the power, the strength, the influence, the money to do it, and we don't have any ways of combating that, and we're stuck with it. And we are the ones that are harmed by it, because this is not a joint operation. Black people didn't come up with this concept of the gay agenda or these concepts of miscegenation, which is just a racial mixing, interracial couples, which is what miscegenation is all about. And it's overwhelming. We're dealing with it at such alarming rates, and the mass media is pushing this at alarming rates, and it is designed to have influence on the hearts and minds of the general public, in particular the youth. The youth are the most vulnerable. Children, teenagers are the most vulnerable to media impressions, media influence. And this is why we're talking about it, because we have no real defense against something like this. Now, here I have on the screen, I'm sharing my screen, and I'm a fan of the comic book stuff. I used to be into comic books when I was young. I was introduced to comic books in the late 70s when I was a child by my cousin. In the 80s, I used to buy comic books. And so I was a big comic book fan. And so when they started making all these movies, these comic book movies and TV shows, I've been a fan of that. But what I've been noticing is they integrated into the comic books this miscegenation, which is racial couples mixing, along with the gay agenda. So right here on the screen, you have the Titans, which is the Titans are they're part of the Batman series, DC Comics, and this comes on HBO Max. And so here you have one of the main characters, which is Nightwing, with another main character, which is Starfire, or her name is Corey, black woman, white guy, and this is in Teen Titans. So they're pushing again the miscegenation. And the whole point is to make it seem for black females it's okay to have a white male partner, to a white male mate. And this is a huge problem, dealing especially in the black community, because of the simple fact that the black family has been struggling, trying to cope, trying to develop itself here in this society and in this culture. And yet you have the Caucasian race, the white race, are pushing themselves on us, which creates more harm with the black family. This is not a joint effort. This is not something the black community say, okay, talking to white people, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to influence society. This is something that white people decided to do and push on us. And we have very limited power to push back, guys. And the only way we can push back is to become aware of what they're doing and to come up with strategies to counter this. right? So this is again, this is Teen Titan. You got to realize millions of people are seeing these things. Millions of people are seeing this and being influenced by this stuff. And that's just I'm only talking about, I'm going to show you, the all of the comic book movies and TV shows, but I know this stuff is being put on all levels. It's being pushed in commercials. It's being pushed. The gay agenda is being pushed on all TV shows. It's everywhere. It's in politics. It's everywhere you name it. So here, the movie, The Eternals, right? The one black guy in the movie, they make him gay, and they give him his partner is, I think the guy's an Arab. He's standing in the background, and then they give him a child. So I'm like, two men can't have a child. Two men cannot have a child, but they're giving and this is a real thing in society where they're allowing gay couples to adopt children, again, to influence the minds of children that this is okay behavior. Listen, we are Sabians, and our whole culture is about living in harmony with natural nature. This is not a behavior of natural nature. This is a behavior, what we argue, unnatural nature, synthetic behavior. And we argue that the Caucasian race, that's the problem we have with them, is that they live, everything about them is a disconnect from natural nature. They're part of unnatural nature because everything they like to do is synthetic, artificial. Everything, their food is artificial, their clothes is artificial, how they do construction is artificial. Nothing is in harmony with nature. And as an African people, we always did things in harmony with nature. And these lifestyles is not it. It's completely adverse to our original culture. But our people don't know any better. Why? Because we don't even know our original culture. We've lost knowledge of that. So you have this movie, The Eternals. Again, millions and millions of people are seeing this stuff, right? Then you got here. This is Superman. The you have the character Lois Lane, and they gave her a black husband, right? This is the Superman show. And I like Superman. I like Superman. And but they had to put in the miscegenation. The black guy with the white woman. And again, black women are having a hard enough time finding the black man to because as it's all so many entertainers, black entertainers are with white women. And now they're pushing this hard through the media, right? What's that? Here's the Flash. Again, white guy, black woman. This is the Flash. So what I'm like, obviously, guys, this is an actual agenda that they're putting, because you got companies, who are coming together. DC is doing it, Marvel is doing it. These are two separate companies. Commercials are doing it. So obviously somebody has come up with the idea, this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to influence society. So what is the next? You got over here, this is Supergirl, right? You have Supergirl, and with the, look at this, she's with the black female, white female, black female, white female, and the Supergirl TV series, same thing. What else we got here? You have this is the Green Arrow. Black man marries white woman. Again, black man marries white woman. So, again, miscegenation. It's like in every show, they don't skip a beat. Then they get the Bat and Batwoman. They got two black sisters together. It was the same thing in what's that? The other show. I'll bring it up. What's that? Black Lightning. Let's see. Black Lightning. A So it's the same thing. You got the other show, Black Lightning, and they had the same thing. The black sister, they gave her an Asian partner, and so they're putting it in every show they can think of. They're putting this stuff in all of these shows, you know And so this is her Asian partner. This is the black sister, if you can see them, right? And every show they're inundating the public with this. Guys, you have to know this is a conspiracy. This is not an accident. This is not, a mistake. This is, as you can see, every show. And I can do this with commercials, and I'm sure I don't watch other types of stuff. So I'm sure if I were, you would see it. You see it everywhere. You see it everywhere, and this is a huge problem because, again, like I said, as Sabians, our whole goal we teach is to be in harmony with natural nature, not to be doing things that are adverse to natural nature. Now, if someone chooses a certain lifestyle, that's okay. We're not against people choosing a certain lifestyle. That's an individual's choice. We're talking about how the media, we're talking about there's an agenda to push a certain lifestyle on the general public, especially us blacks. If white people want to run around gay and tell the whole world they're gay, that's their business. But they're pushing this on our race, and we have no power to stop them. We don't basically, it's these are not ideas and concepts that we have come up with. This is stuff that they pushed on us. African leadership was complaining about it. That white people were trying to push this gay stuff on African leaders. Let me see if I can bring that up. African leader complain about. Let's see if I can bring this up. So you have Obama and Kenyan president clash over gay rights in Africa, right? President, gay rights of no importance in Kenya. That's in Zambia. President says no to homosexuality. Let's see. This is Mugabe. He's Zimbabwe. We are not gays. African legislators reject homosexuality. Uganda, president, homosexuals are disgusting. Now I don't agree with that, but Senegal president defends criminalization of homosexuality. Now I don't agree with criminalizing the behavior, that we just don't have to promote it. They've been pushing this hard on us, and you guys got to realize this is a real agenda. This is a real agenda. I'm like, if you feminize the black man, how are we going to defend? How's the black man going to defend his family? He's not even going to have the desire to fight against racism, white supremacy, gay black men. It's just insanity, guys. So that's what my report is today. Is about the gay agenda and miscegenation, racial mixing, and they're pushing this hard on us. Now, with that being said, the next thing, as a reminder, guys, is the 6 degrees of separation we talk about. Each one, teach one. I have to stress that you guys gotta realize this is the only way we're gonna grow. This is the only way our people are gonna get this right knowledge, by each one, teach one. Push that. And until then, next week, I'll see you guys. We'll come up with something else we need to talk about, because there's so much we need to discuss. But be safe, peace, and much love. Why do?